Right now, we're working to pack the truck with donations. Starting today, come see us at the Clinky's Cleaners location on Monona Drive. Also, it's been 22 years, and still we remember. We'll take you around the nation to see how America remembers 9/11. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 at noon. Hope you all had a great weekend. September is here, and before you know it, the colder weather will be as well. That means it's time for the News 3 Now's Coat for Kids campaign. We're working to pack the truck with donations starting today. For more, let's go to our Jalen Banks, who's live at the Clinky Cleaners location on Monona Drive. Jalen.
Yeah, Mark, Clinky Cleaners, it's a bit of a tongue twister, but today marks the 38th annual start of the event. Over the past 38 years, they've collected more than 300,000 coats, and I'm here live with the owner of Clinky Cleaners, Steve Clinky. So, Mr. Clinky, it's that time of the year where it's getting a little bit colder. Just tell me where your heart of servitude has come from to be able to put on an event like this.
Right. You know, our family has always said, you know, the most important things you can do is the things you do for other people. And, you know, my father started this program in 1986, and he looked at our business and said, what can we do to help the local community? And we're perfectly suited to provide, you know, what's more Wisconsin than winter, right? And so here we can provide coats to those who would need them.
Absolutely. And so it's my understanding that everything that's donated, you guys actually end up dry cleaning it yourself. Just tell me, you know, despite it being some of that busier time of the year, how or why you guys still make sure to find that time to make sure you dry clean all the stuff that's donated to the cause.
Sure, and I mean, actually, we follow the care label, so it could be dry cleaned or laundered depending on what the coat needs. But frankly, I mean, we take the coats and we make sure at our various locations, we have 10 locations in Dane County, that we kind of spread the work around, and but we have the ability to get it done because of the number of locations.
Absolutely, and luckily we've gotten off to a pretty good start. This runs through October 7th. Just tell the audience at home just exactly what you guys are looking for in terms of sizes and age groups.
Sure, right. So we're looking for winter coats. We're looking for snow pants, snow gear, hats, gloves, mittens. And as far as sizes, I mean, we take all size coats, adult coats, kids coats, but we especially need kids coats. We need small all the way up to XXXL. I mean, so the full gamut range of kids coats, and that's really what we need.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you so much, Mr. Clinky, for this partnership and what you guys are doing here. Again, guys, this runs through October 7th. Please come on out to 4512 Monona Drive. We're here on location. You can sign up and donate the coats for the kids in need. And back to you guys in studio.
Jalen, thank you. Again, you can donate at Clinky, I can't say it either. I'm going to drive until 6:30 tonight. New and gently worn children's winter coats and accessories will be accepted. You can also buy items off the Amazon wish list through this story on channel3000.com. You can donate it at any 10 Clinky Cleaners locations now through October 7th. Now, do you have a question or concern about plants at your home? Send us your questions via email to tips@channel3000.com. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will join us later on in this show with all the answers. Again, that's tips@channel3000.com. Now let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Greg Barnard has a look at your first warn forecast. Greg?
Yeah, definitely a cloudy Monday we've had with a few showers still continuing. As you look at radar, we still got two areas to watch. One is the line that's to showers and light rain to the south. It's kind of expanding into southern Wisconsin a little bit. And then there's some other activity up to Rhinelander that's going to begin to dig south too. And that's kind of what we're going to see. It's not going to definitely be an all-day washout here. We haven't got much showers going on right now, mainly some light drizzle or sprinkles, but that could change this afternoon. Not a lot of rain that we've had the last 24 hours. Very narrow corridor just south of Platteville, south of Madison up to Watertown that picked up more. Madison picked up about 3/10. As you go further north, it drops off quite rapidly. So unfortunately, some rain, but not a lot. Big picture shows that whole line of moisture basically just south of Denver all the way up through just south of the area along a front that's sitting right there. We still have another wave up to the north of Minneapolis coming down. That's going to be our player for probably tomorrow. But in the meantime, we're going to probably see more of the shower activity. But even western areas might see a little bit of the sun peek out this afternoon too. Otherwise, temperatures are going to struggle to get to the mid-60s in Madison. But further west towards Basketball and Prairie du Chien, probably get up into the upper 60s because they will see some of that sun and not much of the precipitation. But overall, Dane County, we're sitting right around the 60-degree mark pretty much area-wide. So afternoon, we'll see an uptick in the showers probably towards the evening. That'll last through probably closer to midnight. Otherwise, temperatures getting back to about 64 for the high. Coming up next, we'll kind of plan out what we're going to see with regards to the precipitation coming up later this week, next weekend, along with how those temperatures look like. We are going to return to the 70s, but it is going to be quite a cool couple first days of the week.
All right, we'll check back, Greg. Thank you. New at noon, police have confirmed an athlete who died after having a medical emergency while participating in the Ironman triathlon over the weekend was a 51-year-old Madison man. The man needed medical attention during the bike portion of the race. A race staffer and an off-duty officer tried to help before the person was taken to the hospital. The man later died. No further details, including the man's name, have yet been released. Ironman organizers released a statement today saying, quote, "We share our deepest condolences with the family and friends of the athletes and will continue to offer them our support as they go through what is a very difficult time." Also new, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office is investigating after a 17-year-old Portage High School student was killed in a crash. It happened on Interbeston Road near Wisconsin Dells Saturday night. Deputies say the car was traveling westbound when it lost control and entered a ditch, hit a tree, and flipped over. They say speed was a factor in the crash. The Portage School District is providing support and grief resources. A solemn bell toll in New York today as the city and the rest of the country remember the lives lost in the September 11th attacks. Today is the 22nd anniversary of that dark day when al-Qaeda terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes and crashed them into the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. A total of 2,977 people were killed in the attacks. In addition to those killed on 9/11, many others who worked at the New York Ground Zero died from post-9/11 illnesses due to toxin pollutants released during the attacks. That includes 341 New York City Fire Department firefighters, paramedics, and civilian support staff. Earlier today in Sun Prairie, the fire and rescue company there held a remembrance ceremony for the deadly attack. At 7:46 this morning, a bell was rung, signifying the first time when the first plane hit the World Trade Center. Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower. First responders then spoke about those who lost their lives. The ceremony then concluded with a closing prayer for the victims. This afternoon, in honor of the lives lost, local first responders are partnering with the Red Cross to host a blood drive, and you can help. The event runs until 1 o'clock at the Garver Feed Mill on the Near East Side. Pre-registration is required, but there's still some spots open. To register or learn more, go to redcrossblood.org. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Walmart is changing its pay structure for new hires, plus federal regulators have new worries over rail safety. That's next in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
You've probably heard by now, but Wanakee Remodeling has been transforming homes for the better part of half a century by installing materials that stand the test of time from a team of trusted home pros. Our design team delivers a turnkey experience for your interior or exterior remodeling project, leaving you with a home you love. At Wanakee Remodeling, we'll never stop improving. Right now, get a special window offer. Buy one window, get one 40% off plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
The right ones with the good stuff. Carl F. Stocks and Sons.
Parts, sales, and service. An investment you'll enjoy. Make life easier. Experience the New Holland compact tractor that's best for you. 6-year powertrain warranty. Available today at Carl F. Stotts & Sons. Superior service since 1930. CarlFStotts.com.
Carl F. Stotts & Sons.
This month, all Core-Tech water-resistant flooring is on sale at Surgenian's. We offer the largest Core-Tech selection in Madison. Take advantage of unprecedented sale pricing with 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenian's.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Precision is very proud of our 5-star reviews. I do everything I can to go above and beyond for repairs. No, I'm not an actor. I'm a garage door tech. That's what I do here at Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
New worries over rail safety. The Associated Press reports federal regulators found an alarming number of defects in trains and rail cars Union Pacific was using in Nebraska over the summer, and that the railroad company was reluctant to fix the problems. The AP also says the Federal Railroad Administrator wrote a letter to the company's executives expressing concerns, and that a company spokesperson has pledged to work with the agency to address them. Walmart is changing its pay structure for new hires. Now, entry-level workers across departments, whether they are cashiers or stockers, for example, will make the same starting pay. Those certain higher skilled roles, such as bakery, automotive, and deli employees, will still receive higher wages. The retail giant says the changes will not result in pay cuts for current employees and won't affect the company's minimum $14 per hour wage. And starting this week, pumpkin spice lovers can get their fix at Wendy's. The fast food chain released a new pumpkin spice Frosty. If you're looking for more of a caffeine kick, there's the pumpkin spice Frosty cream cold brew, which mixes the new seasonal Frosty flavor with cold brew coffee. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Courtney Keeley.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 76 points. The NASDAQ up almost 86. And the S&P 500 up 20. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Up next, Pam has today's egg prices, plus Greg takes a look at the complete forecast. And then today on Live Before, our film critic Will Loper heads to the movies. He'll have the box office numbers and viewing suggestions.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Attention homeowners, first we started with 50, now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions for safety and convenience. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. Now 30 homeowners will save. Receive free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Memories matter.
I think the biggest thing I got out of my service in Vietnam was a real sense of patriotism. I'm very proud of what I did. I fought for you, and I'd fight for you again.
This September 11th, we remember, and we never forget those who sacrificed everything for our freedoms. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service, and we know that your memories matter.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture ETC.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show. Who backstage, John? Method Man.
He is fine.
Julie Bowen isn't the only one excited about Method Man and Lorenz Tate. Ladies, calm down.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Help us pack the truck to kick off Coats for Kids.
News 3 Now is collecting kid-size winter coats today at Clinky Cleaners on Monona Drive.
Stop by with a coat to keep kids warm this winter.
Pack the truck for Coats for Kids.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this dreary Monday.
Yeah, it was a dreary Monday, but it was a good weekend all the way around. And I'm not just talking weather. I think you know where I'm going with that one after the conclusion yesterday.
Aaron who?
So, yeah, that's right. That's right. Back to owning them in a different, with a different name on the leash. Yeah. So no, I'm talking about the weather over the weekend for the Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival that was happening at the Jefferson County Fair Park in Jefferson. Friday might have been a little bit damp, but boy, the rest of the weekend turned out wonderfully. That's great crowds. And remember, it's not just about the sheep or the lambs. It's also about the stock dog trials that were going on and a lot of fiber arts activities. One of the people we visited with was Eric Might. He is the vice president of the Wisconsin Sheep Breeders Cooperative, and he said, they are seeing a lot of new demand for sheep and lambs and goats across the state. One of the big areas where they're constantly having conversations is with solar farms. Those panels that are showing up at a lot of farm fields across the state. Sheep and goats turn out to be outstanding grazers under those panels. And so that gives basically landowners a way not only to keep the grass down, but also an opportunity for some value-added products. Maybe it is the sheep, or maybe it's the wool or the fiber. Maybe it is the lambs as an extra part of marketing, or maybe it's the meat generated from those animals. The bottom line is, he said that they are getting so much interest in grazing sheep and goats under these solar panels that we might run out of sheep. He said it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility that people are going to have to start shopping towards the west to bring some of those animals in to take care of those growing projects. Again, like I said, a great success. The Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival wrapped up yesterday in Jefferson. Another project that I'm just reminding folks about, if you are a vegetable producer, I mean large-scale vegetable producers are folks that are growing carrots, folks that have been growing green beans. We had a bumper crop, and some of that crop is going unharvested. You're being advised to think about listing it on the Farmer to Farmer website created by University of Wisconsin Madison Extension folks, where you might be able to find a livestock buyer that can use it for feed. No change today on barrel or block cheese or AA butter. One viewer asked about the price on whey. That's down 3/4 cent today at about 30 cents a pound. Whey has fallen off the table as far as prices are concerned, primarily because China is not buying. So that might help her get an answer, at least on the short term, for that one.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you, Pam. Misty start to the new week. Here's Greg with a look at the complete forecast.
Yeah, we definitely got a cool start to the week, but everyone's going to start asking questions. We're going to see any more 90s, 80s, pretty much. Like 90s, usually our last day was August 21st, but we did see a couple of those earlier this month, so that's still in store. 80s by the end of the month, 70s in October, and then obviously we get towards November. We might actually get to 80s here later this week or this weekend. We'll see how close we can get. Otherwise, what we're looking at, the precipitation, yeah, showers or drizzles, really light rain through tomorrow, on and off. There'll still be plenty of dry periods. Morning fog is going to be a possibility throughout this week just because of the time of year and moisture. And maybe a shower coming this weekend with another front coming, but that looks pretty minor right now. Otherwise, cool through Wednesday. We'll have mild conditions. We'll get back to the 70s. Could get a few 80s as we get closer to the weekend in some areas. Overnight lows, 40s, and I think a lot of areas make it into the 30s this time of year, so it's getting that thing. Overall, here's that system that we're watching. Here's the front, and here's the second wave up to the north. That's the one that's going to be for tomorrow. Otherwise, we got this flow that's going to keep going on. If we look at the bigger picture, if we time this out, breaking the showers, but then tomorrow will probably start off dry, but then we have this little low that's going to be digging southeast, and that'll provide showers afternoon through the evening. You can see that come through. It wraps up and continues to push southeast with the clouds. By Wednesday, we start getting different type of flows, so I think that we'll see more sunshine. We won't see the showers anymore for really the rest of the week as the ridge high pressure builds. The one story with this is we're not going to see really warm conditions, but we are going to start seeing it come out of the west, and that will expand as we get closer to the end of the week over the area as the mild conditions push up to the north. Also note you got Hurricane Lee, which really a lot of questions remain on how close it'll get to the northeast coast here by the end of the week. But overall, as we get towards Saturday and Sunday, we get maybe another push, another front coming down I mentioned that could cool us back off. But right now there's a lot of questions on how far south that would go. That could provide another chance of rain, but it's a very slight chance at that best too. So overall, as you look at the big picture today, some sun as you get further west overall, and that's why the temperatures are a little bit warmer out to the west towards La Crosse. Otherwise, we're going to keep these showers developing in the afternoon. A few to the north will come back this evening, so we could still have a few showers going on for the evening commute. That could probably taper off as we get closer to midnight. Once again, cloud cover north wind, so overnight we'll wake up dry in the morning for tomorrow in the 50s for most areas, maybe 40s up to the west where they'll have less cloud cover. And then in the afternoon, really late afternoon, we're going to see that second wave, that low that's going to push southeast. That's going to develop another round of kind of more robust showers. Could even be a thunderstorm out there too tomorrow afternoon, and that'll push through late afternoon through the evening. Once again, you'll see some robust stuff coming down. We'll have to keep an eye and see how strong that would get, but right now it should be too stuff. And once it comes through the evening, we'll taper off after midnight, and then we're going to cool off. Rain amounts, we're going to have one batch today, maybe a tenth. You might get lucky a little bit more depending on the location of that. And then that second one has a better chance of giving more precipitation in certain areas, especially if we get some of those stronger showers. So if you're lucky tomorrow, you'll see another area that could pick up maybe a quarter, maybe even more, depending on where these eventually do evolve and push through. So 2 opportunities for some rain, but not a lot or anything significant really to be expected. Once we get past Tuesday, we start breaking the clouds up. We warm back up into the 70s quickly. Could be a few 80s out there when we get to Friday and Saturday, and there's that other front that comes through in the weekend. Not that impressive right now. That could change otherwise once the rain. Keep an eye on those low temperatures, 40s coming into Wednesday and Thursday mornings. Could be some areas getting into 30s, and you also could have some fog that we might be dealing with some of those mornings too.
All right, great. Thank you. Let's see what Howard's working on now in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The other day I went home, cooked up some pasta, and when I reached for a jar of spaghetti sauce, I was all out. Rather than moan and groan, I welcomed the challenge and came up with a new dish with a few things that I did have on hand. Boy, did it exceed my expectations. While the spaghetti was cooking, I melted some butter in a skillet and tossed in a handful of walnuts. When the butter turned golden, I added a good amount of fresh spinach, some sliced sun-dried tomatoes, and a little salt and pepper. I cooked this just until the spinach started to wilt. I spooned it over my pasta and gave it a good toss. A little taste test convinced me that I was onto something. So I brought it to the table and topped it with some grated Parmesan and a little more ground pepper. Once everyone tasted it, I knew I had a winner. They were raving about it. This just proves that good, simple ingredients create great, simple dishes. To get the recipe for what we call California Dreamin' Pasta Toss, simply visit our website. And in case you were wondering, I call it that because the walnuts are from California. And I've been dreaming about making this again since that night. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a dreamy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Good noon, Lisa Briggs of the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When it comes to updating your bath area, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs installed in as little as 1 day. And remember, Mad City does more than baths and showers. Be sure to ask about our exclusive Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Mad City, your one-stop shop for all your home remodeling needs. Call now. The first 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
DePaco Credit Union strengthens your well-being. Build strong communities. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Could not have done it by myself.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Check out our great selection of Mohawk vinyl plank flooring options. Vinyl plank is waterproof and features a durable wear layer for busy households. Home Expressions vinyl plank flooring is only $214 per square foot after rebate. Meet all your flooring needs with Tarkett. This laminate floor is easy to install and stain and fade resistant, making it great for any room in your home. Right now, only $119 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your email questions. Boy, we got a lot of them.
I know. That's kind of amazing, right?
Let's start with this one. Some of my perennials are done blooming for the year. Coneflowers, Shasta daisies. Is it too early to cut them down?
It is not too early to cut them down. And I must have been psychic because today I brought a selection of coneflowers to say, look at all these great colors that they come in.
And these are great for...
sunny spaces, good drainage, and the newer varieties will bloom almost, once they start, bloom all the way till frost. And they have good forms, like this double one here, or really interesting colors.
And they're good for pollinators.
And they're good for pollinators, yes.
All right, Christy wants to know, I have a blue stem and Cheyenne sky switchgrass planted in pots outside this year. How do I overwinter them? Put them in the garage?
Well, Christy, what I would say is the best way to overwinter perennial grasses is in the ground. If you are going to try to winter them over in your garage, you're going to want them on an inside corner, and I would say once a month or so you're going to want to water them through the winter, but really best case scenario is to get them in the ground.
All right. Mary wants to know about her peony leaves. They look like they're covered with powder. Should I cut them back?
You've got powdery mildew, Mary. Mine do too. And I am going to be doing some cutting back of my perennials this weekend. So the thing with powdery mildew is that it has a super sophisticated overwintering system. So you're going to want to get rid of it. Don't put it in your compost. Bag it up and send it to the city compost pile where their compost will get hot enough to kill off the spores that are left behind.
All right. Melanie wants to know, how do I pack away canna lily bulbs for the fall and winter?
Well, you will notice if you had a canna lily that was about this big, then it's probably about this big right now. So carefully dig it out, cut back the foliage, and then you can see where those new buds are and where it's enlarged, and you can kind of break them apart. Then just put them in a flat with maybe some peat moss or something, cool, dark, airy place for the winter. Check them every month or so to make sure they're not getting squishy, and then pot them back up end of February, early March.
Okay, we're out of time. We got a lot more questions. I'm going to forward them to Lisa, and she'll email you back.
Yes, later this afternoon.
So look for an answer later today.
Yes.
Than's, Lisa.
Thank you.
Here's Greg, one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we expect more showers, coverage to pick up this afternoon. Once again, more areas will not see it, but some will towards the late afternoon, evening hours, something to keep in mind of. Otherwise, the temperatures will cool off. We're looking at mid-60s through Wednesday and then climbing back to the 70s by Thursday and Friday.
Summer's not over yet.
Not yet.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.